Hello and a warm welcome to each and every one of you. I hope that you are circumnavigating these energies that we are going through with the full moon, with various activations that we are going through. We haven't quite reached all around the world the fullness of the full moon in Scorpio, but it is very, very deep in the journey that is going, and a lot of inner reflection and inner releasing is what's going on for many people. For those of you who are really on the ascension path and are awakening, absolutely have no fear as to how your body is reacting. I'm getting quite a few conversations with various people around the world that are struggling with the releasing and the physical symptoms that are coming through with the releasing. But it's not a question of rushing off to a doctor unless you feel inclined to do so. Not that one can do so in this lockdown, but it's more of understanding that it's just your body absolutely got to the point where it needs to release, and just to allow to sit in the energy of understanding this. And we have all gone through huge transformations. It's just about holding on here and allowing ourselves to shine out into the world to be able to bring the new dream online. And when I talk about the new dream, it's not a new dream as such. It's I've been part of the dreaming for 4 million years on this planet, but there was a darker agenda that came in about 26,000 years or so ago, and this was their new dream. So what we are actually doing is to finishing out a dream that doesn't work. It doesn't work for humanity. And the soon as we go back over to the original dream, that is millions of years old, then things will start to shift on the planet, and not to get sucked down to the games they are playing with people's mind. If you engage in any shape or form with what's going out there and express on either sides create wars eventually. People are so entrenched in that they are right that they fail to miss the point that this is the tactics that have been going on since the Atlantean and the Lemurian age, where they have found any way in order to be able to trigger this hostility. We're going to do this to this bunch, this is going to react to that bunch. And what then happens is that there's loggerheads. And even though the ones that have set the target is not interested in whether they're right or wrong, so you can never prove or disprove, what happens is the fact that they are drinking the energy from you of I am right. Even if you are right or whatever, it doesn't matter. You are committing your energy to the product of the old dream, the dream that is dying on this planet. And in relationship, if you actually see the dream that has been since the Atlantean age, and you see the older dream weaving that is really imminent upon us, that the dream weavers of the Atlantean Lemurian era cannot see. It always reminds me of the Star Wars, the latest one, where in the room with the before they're going to go to war, they show an image of the killer, the star-based killer, in connection to the new construction, and the ratio of the one to the new is enormous. and the old dream is enormous. It's like looking at a little ping pong ball compared with a football. The one is much smaller, and this is the dream that the humanity on earth is still feeding. And for those of you who work on up through the dimensions, the difference between being in the old dimension is where are you dreaming? Where are you focusing your dreams? And spending every moment of the day actually putting your dreams into the sixth dimension. And how does this work? Well, I was told by another online reader, not of this country, that I am operating, I know I'm operating sixth dimension at this moment, but what I am doing is I am in a different timeline to the ones that are on the third dimension and the birthing channel between the fourth and the fifth, which you guys are aiming for the fifth dimension. If you're watching this film, other than that, you probably find it totally boring. But we, at the root of the Etmurians, going back 4 million years, we are lowering our vibration to sit within the sixth dimension way of being. And in the doing so, we can actually hold the energy and the dream for others to join us. We are not looking outside, but on the other hand, we are just sharing where we are at, where we are vibrating at. And I've also come with the information that there are another 6 Etmurians also online somewhere on this planet working at this vibration. So the Etmurians, from my perspective, I am not the only one, but I do not know who the other 6 are, only that they are now operating also at the 6th dimension with humanity on Earth. We don't want all to be going just to the one person. I mean, that would be dreadful. That smacks of idolism or guruism or that sort of thing. No, we are all equal. I am no different to you. It's only I operate out the 6th dimension dream weaving and not the 3rd dimensional dream weaving. Shift of perspective. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. And from the heart. From the heart. Well, gosh, that's gone on for quite a bit. I wasn't expecting that at all. Let us continue with actually starting at the reading. Oh, excuse me, I could feel that coming up, so I couldn't stop it at all. It's the energies that are swirling around at the moment and conversing across the waves from a 6th dimension through dropping down to a lower dimension. So my apologies on that. So let us turn the first card and see where this is going to go. And the first one is mending, which equates down to 7. 5 and 2 equates to 7. 7 is also linked to time travelers. It's a time travel number. So it's opening back up to the ability to time travel, to go forward, backwards, into parallel dimensions, whilst at the same time being rooted. And we are actually at this moment of mending our vibration. Our vibration will enable us to be able to go from one vibration and into the next. We are within our heart center, because that is where all changes or vibrations will change. You will allow your vibration of your heart center through, and you are having this time to be able to sit within and to meditate or just ponder. If you're like me, I'm not very good on long meditations. I do far better if I'm just pottering around doing this or that with an open heart and allowing my thoughts to come through me from my heart, not from the 3D or the outside world at all. I work from the heart, and it's mending the links to the higher vibrational timelines that you actually are already present in. And we will go on to the next one, which is a 12, which breaks down to a 3, which means to say a forward movement. And this one actually says a change in the wind. And as you build, you mend, because we need to mend first, see what isn't working for us, and to replace it with a better dream weaving, is what they're saying, a better dream weaving. So you will enable for your life to change, a change in the wind. It won't take money to hold the vibration, is what they're saying. Because as you change your path and you become who you are, who you're meant to be, the truth of who you are, it will literally evaporate out into the world. The vibration that you are vibrating at. And people will either say, wow, I do love this energy. And they in turn will try to attune their heart to your heart. You don't need to do anything for them. It is their decision from their heart for a change in direction. All you need to do is to be true to yourself and see how the reflections, I'm getting the word ignore, the scaremongering of the fighting that they're trying to bring within people's minds as to which side of the equation. It doesn't matter. Just walk away from all of it and reset your mind so that you are going to operate from a different dimension. If you operate from a different dimension, then the universe has to, under universal law, walk you through a different pathway to the 3rd D. It's up to you. It's a good time also to consider that today is a gateway. It's 5th of the 5th. And I was up 5 o'clock this morning to honour the moon. The moon was setting here in Scotland. And it was a beautiful moon. And it was actually sort of colouring into the, because it was setting into the red and the ochre colour as it was getting very near to the horizon of the earth. And I stood there and my son woke me up and I went and stood at the window to watch this amazing situation, and to be there for 5 past 5 a.m. So that's 5 of the 5th of April, which is again 5. It's the 4 5s that I have honoured. Now we have another time again today, which is the 5 p.m, 5 minutes past 5 p.m, which again we can stand and to consider this gateway that we can step through, this powerful gateway to release the very deep negativity of what we've always been a part of. We don't need it anymore. And no fear, step out of your comfort zone. Yes, the old regime of raising one side against the other, the good, the bad, the one or the other, it doesn't matter. It's a war. War of minds, war of people, it doesn't matter. That is not tolerated either side if you work on up to the higher dimensions. So you need to rise above, to mend your timelines to your higher vibrations, and to change your wind by changing you, to allow the old world to fade. And yes, they're not working for us, the old systems, the old ways. So it's a question of just leaving them behind. Absolutely leaving them behind. They have no more use in your present and future world of being you. Now, I've rabbited on quite a bit with this one. Sorry, spirit coming through me. And I'm going to take one of these cards to round off this portion of the reading, and then I will continue over on my YouTube channel. I think I have this one here, which is Etmir, Balance Beyond Time. Bring yourself into balance. Don't be afraid to slow down, as this is when you can make real inner changes. Don't be afraid to slow down, as this is when you can make real inner changes. And again, this is what we're talking about here, the slowing down, the resting. Resting is very good at this time, just to ponder on where you're at in the moment, in the now. And consider what needs to be mended and to let go of, what is no longer working. Metaphysically, they're saying. Oh well. And to bring about this change, a change in the wind. Notice your circumstances beginning to change. Do not force them to change by joining in with either side. You just don't go there. You just rebuild. So this earth is not the earth that is of the 3D thinking and patterning. It will soon be over. Don't lose the chance to be able to find your true self, to bring about your change in direction. Understand what the old regime is trying to do, to divide. Divide is to conquer. Do not be divided. Do not engage. Disengage from being the opposition. I'm going to leave that with you, and do have a fantastic day, and may your heart star shine brightly. And those who want to continue with the longer reading, the more in-depth reading, I will be over on my YouTube channel. If we part, have a fantastic time until we meet again. Bye.